If your woman broke up with you and got into a relationship right away or very quickly, then it's a rebound. Yet, how can you find out if it's going to fail? Additionally, how can you make sure that it's going to fail? There are some techniques that you can use. So, in this video, I'm going to cover 10 signs that your ex's rebound relationship will fail. In some of those signs, I'm also going to give examples of how you can speed up the process of her breaking up with him so you get her back. Okay, sign number 1. She is using him to get over you. Some women just get into a rebound to help themselves get over their ex. They don't want to go through the pain of missing their ex, so they get someone new in his place. And they try to be happy and enjoy the relationship and give the new guy the impression that she's happy and give her ex the impression that she's happy. So this is a sign that your ex's rebound relationship may fail, because if her primary reason to be with him is to avoid the pain of the breakup and to help herself get over you, then her intentions with him aren't so sincere. She may give off the impression that she's really happy, but if she's using him to get over you, then she's not truly committed to the relationship. Number 2, he's the complete opposite of you. If your woman has gotten into a relationship with a guy who is pretty much the complete opposite to you, then it's highly unlikely that their relationship will last. For example, some guys get broken up with because they're either too soft or too hard with their woman. Too soft, the guy's too sensitive, too insecure, too nice, too giving, too sweet, and things like that. The woman gets bored of it because he lacks balls and he's just too nice to her and she walks all over him. In terms of being too hard, the guy's too selfish, doesn't really care about her, treats her badly, and makes her feel like she's not even a priority in his life. So what often happens with the rebound is that a woman gets with a new guy who does the complete opposite to her ex-boyfriend or husband. So if her ex-boyfriend was really mean to her and treated her bad and took her for granted, then she'll usually hook up with a guy who treats her like a princess. Yet here's the thing, if she stayed in a relationship with a guy who took her for granted and treated her badly, then she's not going to be the sort of woman who wants to be with a guy who treats her like a princess and basically worships the ground that she walks on. What she will want is a guy who sits somewhere in the middle, is a balanced man. In other words, he's not too much of a wimp and he's not too much of an arsehole. He's a strong man, but he's a good man. So if the guy that your woman has hooked up with is the complete opposite of you, then he's going to be on one extreme or the other. He's going to be either too soft or too hard. And eventually she's going to get bored of that and the relationship will fail. Number 3, you are now able to give her the attraction experience she really wants. For example, if you got broken up with because you were too insecure and that turned her off, then you weren't giving her the attraction experience that she really wants to have in a relationship with a man. Just like pretty much every woman on the planet, she'll want to be with a confident man who believes in himself and maintains his belief no matter how she behaves. So if you interact with your ex and she can see and she can sense and she can pick up that you're no longer insecure, then she starts to think about you differently. By the way, it's not about telling her that you're no longer insecure and you're very confident now. It's simply about allowing that to come across when you interact with her. That leads me to another point. A lot of guys ask me, when my woman is in a relationship, should I maintain communication with her or should I just cut her off and wait for the relationship to finish? Here's the thing, it's a personal choice. If you're not in a rush to get her back and you don't care that she's in a rebound relationship and you're going to go and hook up with other women, then it's fine for you to cut off communication with her and just wait for her to be broken up with this guy. However, if you do want to get her back, then what I recommend is that you maintain communication with her. The main reason why is that you can interact with her and let her see and sense and pick up that you can now give her the attraction experience that she really wants. She can pick up some of that via text, but it's way better to be able to talk to her on the phone and meet up with her in person. If she talks to you on the phone and meets up with you in person, then she can really see that she feels differently around you now. When she talks to you, sparks fly. She doesn't feel turned off anymore. She feels happy, she feels attracted, she feels drawn to you. Of course, at this point, some guys ask me, how am I going to get her to meet up with me? She's got this new guy, she's happy, this other guy might get angry and so forth. Don't worry about the other guy, right? She's your woman. He's just with her for now. You stuffed up in the relationship, she broke up with you, but you and her are meant to be together, right? That's what you want. You want her back, so don't worry about the other guy. What you need to be able to do is get her to meet up with you just as friends. Just to catch up and say hi for 10 minutes. Get her to agree to that. For example, if you get her on the phone and have a chat, get her laughing and then suggest catching up just to say hello as friends. Let her know that you respect the fact that she's in a relationship now, but you want to catch up just for 10 minutes as friends. If she says she can't do that, or she doesn't know, or gives excuses and tries to avoid the catch up, simply say to her, okay, I tell you what, let's just catch up for 10 minutes as friends. When we catch up, if you decide that you never want to speak to me again after that, you've got my word, I won't contact you again. You say that to her, so she's got an out, right? She's got a reason to catch up with you, and she's got an out. Yet, when she catches up with you, it's not going to be the last time that she catches up with you, because you're going to make her feel attracted again. She's not going to say that she never wants to speak to you again. You're just saying that on the phone to get her to have a reason why she can catch up with you and why it might be of benefit to her. For example, you're saying that you're never going to contact her again. If you don't think that you can get your ex to meet up with you, at least get her to feel attracted to the new you over the phone when you talk to her. As I said, you can make a woman feel some attraction via text, but it's minimal because it's just words on a screen. Imagine if you weren't watching this video and you were reading it as an article. You wouldn't know who I am. The message wouldn't be coming across in this type of way. You wouldn't know if I was confident or not. You wouldn't know if I was sincere. Yet when you're watching the video now, you can clearly see, okay, this guy's a confident guy, he's sincere, he wants to help me, he has the answers. It's different, right? It's different than words on the screen. If you just send your ex texts, she has to think about how you might say that if you said it to her in person. She also has to think about whether or not you're putting on an act of being confident and being happy and things like that. Yet when she talks to you on the phone and meets up with you in person, she can experience it for herself. This is why it's so important to improve your ability to give her the type of attraction experience that she really wants. If you want to get your ex back from a rebound, you've got to make sure that you level up, right? You don't stay at the same level that you've been at since the breakup, or stay the same as you were in the relationship. You've got to level up in terms of your ability to make her feel attracted, to make her feel a spark with you. After you've interacted with your ex on the phone or in person, and she has realized that you can now give her the attraction experience that she really wants, then things start to change. She starts to experience the pain of losing you. She starts to feel confused. She starts to regret not being with you. She starts to miss you. She may begin to feel like she's making a mistake by being with the new guy. She's thinking about your good qualities and how she misses them. She wishes she could just call you or at least see you in person. When you make your ex feel that way, you speed up the process of her rebound relationship failing. Number 4, realize that 100% of her relationships have failed so far. She doesn't have the best track record for relationships, so what makes you think that her current relationship is going to be the one that lasts? Right? If you think about how happy she used to be with you, then you will realize that things can change. She may seem happy with this new guy, but things can change. Feelings can change. Number 5, if he makes classic relationship and attraction mistakes. So one of the things that can cause a rebound relationship to fail is when a guy makes some of the classic relationship and attraction mistakes. For example, he gives her too much power, or he doesn't give her any power and he's too controlling. He is very insecure and sensitive, or he's very arrogant and heartless. He takes her out on lots of expensive dates trying to impress her, or he doesn't do anything for her and basically doesn't give a crap about her. Many guys have trouble keeping a relationship together once they've gotten into it. So if this guy makes some or many of the classic relationship and attraction mistakes, then the rebound relationship is going to fail. Number 6, if he becomes insecure about you. So if you interact with your ex again and you make her feel attracted and let her see that you can actually give her the attraction experience that she really wants now, she will start to change how she thinks and feels about you. She may begin to talk to her rebound about you and say that you used to make all these mistakes and now you're being nice to her on the phone, and you're trying to get her back and she's confused and she doesn't know what to do. If the guy then becomes insecure about that and tries to control her and tell her that she shouldn't be interacting with you and starts comparing himself to you and putting you down, then she will start to see you as more attractive in comparison to him. The way that a woman's attraction works is that women are attracted to the emotional strength of men and turned off by the weakness. Women are always attracted to the most confident guy. I'm not talking about the most arrogant guy or the loud guy or the show-off type of guy. What I'm talking about is a guy who has relaxed confidence. A guy who believes in himself no matter what a woman says or does. Additionally, he believes in himself no matter what anyone says about him, no matter what happens in life. He always maintains belief in himself. If you look up confidence in the dictionary, it's belief in oneself and one's abilities. Right? So it's about having belief in yourself. And if you have more belief in yourself than her rebound, then you are going to look more attractive to her. Number 7, the relationship is moving very fast. This doesn't always mean that a rebound relationship will fail. Sometimes a woman breaks up with a guy and gets into a new relationship very quickly, and it does work. Yet, in most cases, it doesn't work because the woman is simply amazed and happy at the fact that the new guy is giving her the missing pieces to the attraction experience that she didn't get with you. Yet, she soon realizes that he has flaws too. And often, those flaws are a real turn-off to her. For example, he's too arrogant, he's too nice, they have very different beliefs, they have different long-term goals, he expects her to change way too much about herself, he has annoying habits, and so on. What you need to understand, especially in the age of social media, is that some women like to give off the impression that they're in a new relationship and they're happy because they want to please friends and family. She doesn't want to look like she's just hooking up with a new guy. She might be embarrassed about the fact that she's broken up a relationship and she's with a new guy right away. So to maintain her self-image as a good woman, she wants to show that she's happy and she's in a relationship and she's serious. She's not just sleeping around. Yet if you remember the fact that 100% of her relationships have failed so far, then this one most likely won't work. She is giving off the impression that she's so happy, she wants to be with him, they might be talking about getting married and moving in together, but if he is like most guys out there, he's going to make mistakes. She might have gotten lucky and found the right guy. That's true as well. Some rebound relationships end up being lifetime relationships. That's the reality. Yet most fail because what happens, especially for women, is that they go after guys or they accept guys who are going to give them the missing pieces of the attraction experience. Often, it's a guy who has been her friend for a long time, right? It's a guy at work who can't really pick up other women and he's just been in the friend zone with her. He's really nice. He gives her compliments all the time. And he's basically been hoping and waiting that she breaks up with you. Now that she's broken up with you, he's moved right in and she wants to give him a chance because you may have treated her badly and he's going to treat her really nice right now. So if the guy that she's with now doesn't really know how to attract women, then he's not going to know how to maintain and build on her attraction in the relationship. It's going to get stale. She's going to get bored of the fact that he is buying her things all the time, taking her out to nice dinners and basically worshipping the ground that she walks on. She might feel flattered at the start and it will be a good self-esteem boost for her. It might make her feel more attractive and desirable than you, but she will know in her heart that she doesn't really love the guy. She doesn't really want to be with him for life. Number 8, she's not ready for real love. Sometimes a woman will get into a rebound relationship right after a serious breakup, but she won't be ready for real love and a real relationship. She will have her own emotional issues. She'll be hurt from the breakup and she might also make relationship mistakes herself. For example, she might be too argumentative, she might be selfish, she might be boring, she might be all sorts of things that can turn a guy off. So if she isn't perfect relationship material herself, that can also lead to the relationship falling apart. It's not always the rebound guy's fault. Sometimes it's going to be her fault. Sometimes she's going to bring issues and emotional baggage into the relationship and ruin it herself. Number 9, if she's doing it for revenge. Sometimes a woman will get into a rebound relationship purely to get revenge on her ex-boyfriend or husband. This will often happen where the ex-boyfriend or ex-husband has treated her badly. He may have taken her for granted and made her feel worthless or unloved or unappreciated, so she then gets into a rebound. She tries to use that to get revenge on her ex-guy. She wants to make him feel hurt and sad and depressed and lonely and rejected. So therefore, she won't be sincerely interested in the new guy. It's possible that she may fall in love with him and he may be perfect for her and they may live happily ever after, but if she is using the rebound guy as revenge against you, then it's most likely not going to last. She most likely just quickly selected him or she accepted him. By selected, I mean she gets on a dating app and selects some random guys, or goes out to a bar and selects some random guy to be her new guy. In terms of accept, she accepts one of the guys hanging around, waiting in the wings. The guy at work, the friend who's been hoping that she might become single one day. So what should you do instead if your ex is using a rebound to try to get revenge, to try to make you upset and jealous? What you need to do is laugh at the situation, right? Don't take it seriously. Don't let it affect you. If you don't let it affect you and you don't take it seriously and you just find it funny, then she sees that she hasn't gotten the result that she wanted by hooking up with this new guy. Now, a word of warning. I don't recommend that you laugh at the situation in any other case. I'm only talking about laughing at the situation and not taking it seriously and just saying, yeah, cool, whatever. I hope it all works out well for you. See ya. I'm only saying to say that to her when she's trying to get revenge on you. She's trying to be vindictive and manipulative and mess with you. In every other case, what I recommend is that you just say, yeah, that's cool, good for you, I hope it works out well. And just be normal about it. Don't go overboard and say, oh, I hope it goes really well for you, I'm happy for you, I just want you to be happy, all that sort of stuff. And don't badmouth the other guy. Don't be saying, well, that guy's nothing compared to me. You've gone from me to now dating a loser. Oh, you need help, girl. Saying that sort of thing. You don't want to go to either extreme there where you're being too soft or you're being too hard. What you want to be is balanced, where you just say to her, yeah, cool, I hope it works out well for you. But here's the thing. Outside of saying that very simple thing to her, everything else that you say to her needs to be about what? Re-attracting her, creating a spark with her, making her laugh and smile when she interacts with you, letting her see that you now understand the attraction experience that she really wants to have in a relationship. When she can pick up on that as you're talking to her, then she starts to think about you differently. Then the new guy starts to look less attractive in comparison to you. So just a reminder, only laugh at the situation and laugh at her and show her that you don't give a crap if she's trying to get revenge on you, if she's trying to mess with you and she's trying to be a bitch about it. Finally, number 10, she is still communicating with you. Now, this isn't going to apply to every guy, especially when a guy's woman is now in a rebound relationship. However, according to a survey that I've been running on my website, anywhere from 69% to 70%, the numbers tend to change, of men say that their ex-woman is still willing to communicate with them. So if your ex is still willing to text with you and get on the phone with you, it can be a sign that she's still interested. In some cases though, it's just the woman stringing her ex along for an extra self-esteem boost, but your gut instinct will tell you whether or not she is doing that because she's stringing you along or because she's interested and potentially missing you. If she's not missing you, what do you need to do? You need to interact with her and create a spark with her. Create a spark of attraction again. Let her see that you now understand how to give her the type of attraction experience that she really wants. The things that were missing when you talk to her and interact with her, the feelings that weren't being sparked, they are now being sparked. You are more of a complete man. Right? You're not on one side or the other where you're too soft or you're too hard. You're a complete man. You're that balanced, good man who is also emotionally strong. You interact with her and she feels something. She feels sparks of love and respect and attraction. She can't help it. When you make your ex-woman feel that way, then you speed up the process of her rebound relationship failing. I've been helping new men to get their ex-woman back for many years now. And what I've seen work time and time again is where a guy interacts with his ex-woman and he creates a spark. He interacts with her and lets her see that things are different now. When she interacts with him, she feels differently. I'm not talking about talking to her and saying that you're different now, that things will be different, that you promise that you can make her happy now, that you've changed. What I'm talking about is interacting with her and letting her sense that for herself. Women are very good at picking up on the subtle cues that men give off during a conversation and interaction. Women are very good at picking up whether or not a guy is confident or insecure. It all comes down to how you're talking to her and interacting with her. When you talk to your ex, are you turning her off? Are you making her feel neutral? Or are you turning her back on? What's most important, obviously, is turning her back on. You've got to create that spark. If you're just talking to her and making her feel neutral, then she's not going to feel motivated to want to get back with you. She's going to be feeling attracted to the new guy, but neutral with you. Likewise, if you're interacting with her and you're turning her off because you're being insecure, you're doubting yourself, you're talking about the relationship, you seem depressed and so on, then she's going to be turned off. She's definitely not going to be motivated to want to get out of a attraction experience and go into a turn-off experience. What she wants to feel and experience when she interacts with you is attraction. She wants to feel drawn to you. She wants to feel like there is something there between you and her. The relationship isn't finished. There's something there. Okay, I hope this video has been helpful for you, and if you need more help to get your ex back, I recommend that you watch my program, Get Your Ex Back Super System. When you watch the program, you will learn exactly what you should be saying and doing to get her back. It's a step-by-step process, and this process applies whether she is single or in a rebound relationship. The same rules apply. It's a 7-step process, and when you follow the 7 steps, regardless of her new guy, you will be able to get her back. Do not look at the new guy as competition. Don't look at him as being better than you. You are better than him. You are the man. She is your woman, and you're going to get her back. Okay, one final point that I want to make for you in this video is to talk about one mistake that guys make over and over again when their woman is in a rebound. What do? They wait around, cut off contact, and just hope that she comes back one day. The guy doesn't do much or anything to improve his ability to attract her. So if she does happen to contact him one day, she will sense and pick up that he hasn't really changed. He's still offering her the same unsatisfying attraction experience. When she interacts with him, sparks don't fly. She can sense that he hasn't really been moving on and has basically just been waiting around for her. To get a woman back who's been in a rebound relationship, you don't have to hook up with new women or get into a new relationship yourself. You can do that if you want to, but I've seen so many guys get their ex-woman back when she's been in a rebound and he hasn't slept with any other women. You might want to do it though to even the playing field and make yourself feel better. It's up to you. However, the most important thing that you need to do is improve your ability to attract her. You've got to improve your ability to give her the type of attraction experience that she really wants. What are the missing pieces from the attraction experience that you were offering her in the relationship? For example, were you too soft or too hard? Where were you going wrong? Once you have improved your ability to attract her again, I recommend that you start the X-Back process. Interact with her, create a spark of attraction, let her see that you can offer her the attraction experience that she really wants, and then get her to meet up with you. Guide her back into a relationship. Remember, she is your woman, not his. Get her back.